So shall we begin?
Okay, so let's start.
Mhm. So good morning, everyone. I hope you all can listen to me. If you can listen to me, right, please go into the chat and say yes. Right. Good. Right. So, welcome everyone to your new academic year of 2021. And it's nice to see you all back. It's just that our situation right now is that we all are operating from our homes, and the situation is we will continue until there is any further notice from the University of Mumbai. So just sit back. That's not a problem as you know how the lectures are going to be delivered. But the first thing that we all are going to understand is the very tool that we all would be using in terms of Microsoft Teams. Okay, so I will start with sharing my screen. Uh, Also, I would like everyone to make sure that you have muted yourself and your camera is off. Right. This would help us to control the bandwidth that is required during our lectures. So everyone make sure that you have muted yourself. If you need to unmute yourself, then take a prior permission from the speaker and then unmute yourself. All right. Uh, I can still hear somebody who has unmuted himself, right? Yes, right. So this is better now. Uh, Let us continue. So welcome everyone to your new academic session of 2021. A little bit of details I would like to share with you all before we, start off with the lectures. So I want you all to understand what exactly is Microsoft Teams and how is this going to be important from your academic session point of view. So I'm here going to share with you the Microsoft Teams screen so that you all could come to know about what exactly am I referring to. Now, now, if you all are able to see the screen, right, please put yes in the chat box. Are you all able to see my screen right now? If you are able to see the screen, right. You will have to wait for some time, Devraj, so that it takes some time for the screen to load. Now, Dripti Shah, remember you cannot ask for control of the screen, right? You are not in the position to ask for the control of the screen, so don't ask for the screen controls, right? So I'm denying your request right now, and just as a formal thing is don't ask for controls for the screen. Keep it with you. You are just supposed to listen to what's happening, and if you have any questions, you can post it onto your chat box. Right. Now, I believe most of you have logged in over here for the first time or for the second time today, and we all can see your abbreviations of your name like SB, HVG. A few have put in their photographs, but the rest have not put in their photographs. Right. So, yeah, it's fine, Dripta, it's fine. That's not a problem. Just for the rest of the people, also make sure that you don't ask for control of the screen because, it would disturb the presenter who's giving the lecture. Right. So we'll follow a few do's and don'ts, which would be covered by Sharon ma'am in the coming session. So coming back to your screen, right? Now I want everyone, right, to go ahead with updating your current details into Microsoft Teams so that we come to know exactly who you are. Now to do that, I hope everyone is able to see my screen. On the top right hand side, you would see your icon, like, can you all see this icon over here? on the top right hand side, like a photograph kind of a thing. You need to click on that. And in that particular case, when you click on it, there would be a pop-up that would show up, right? Which is basically you need to click on change picture, right? Now, I want all of you to make sure that you upload your passport size photograph into this particular profile picture, right? And it should be yours only, not somebody else's, right? Make sure that you have uploaded your profile photograph so that others and even the faculties come to know about who exactly you are. We won't be able to figure out of 200 students who have logged in who exactly is who. So to do that, you need to click on upload picture, and when it says upload, you can browse either through your mobile phone or either through your laptop and upload the desired picture that you wish to be put up as your profile photograph. Okay. Now, I would like to give you all some time, right? So that you can go ahead with uploading the photograph, right? Now, I want all of you to upload your photograph. Once when you are done with uploading your photograph, you can click on yes in the chat box. I hope everyone can listen to me. What I just now said is that you need to go back into your profile and upload your photograph. Once you're done that, uh, click on just put in yes in the chat box, and then we will proceed.
Sir, Dhrumil is saying that he has joined as a guest. That is why he's unable to upload his photo.
Okay, for now, actually, it's fine. Basically, all of those people who have used in their credentials, which were given by the college, and if they're using those credentials to log in, I will suggest only those people to put in their photographs so that, it would be better for us to even track the student accordingly. So it's fine now. Uh, I have more number of people who are joining in. Okay, Drumil, not a problem. It's not a problem that you're not able to upload your photograph. Uh, if anyone who is still not able to upload the photograph, it's fine. But for those people who have logged in using your credentials provided by UPG College, only those people can go ahead with putting the photographs. Like Tanish has already uploaded his photograph. Okay. Now, moving on to a little bit details about how exactly do you operate on Teams, and what exactly is Microsoft Teams? What is the purpose of Microsoft Teams? We will first try to understand. Okay. Uh, Now, a Microsoft team is a unified platform which brings together your teachers and the students so that they can communicate with each other. Now, you all understand you're facing a problem with COVID-19, and that's the reason why you can't step out. So, SVKM has looked into an alternative of Zoom using Microsoft Teams. Now, this would help you to connect to your friends. It will help you to connect to your teachers. It would help you to share any kind of file or any kind of data regarding college and regarding assignments and regarding your curriculum. Everything can be shared and viewed and completed via Microsoft Teams. right? The benefit of this is it gives you a larger audience, like you can connect more than 200 people at the same time using Microsoft Teams, whereas for Zoom it might be a little bit of problem. So that's not a case right now. Let us go ahead with understanding. Now, most of you on the left hand side would be looking into your activity, right? What are these activities? Are generally the activities that would be coming up via your feeds that you would see onto your post, right? So currently, SY students would be having two different teams, that is for their class and for their electives. Same goes with TY students. They would be having two different teams that they would be logged into, like one for their class that they are belonging to, and the other one is the elective. Any kind of activities that would be happening on those teams would be viewable into this particular region, right? So now if you all would see, there is a case study that was being recently uploaded, uh, and it's due by July 22. So this kind of uh, activities and updates you would be able to see across teams, right? Now your chat section window is on the left hand side. By clicking on the chat section, you would be able to look into what are the chats that have been uploaded, what are what is the information that has been put across by your professor, and if there is any kind of a file that needs to be shared, any kind of a link that is need to be shared, everything is being put up across these particular chats. Now, just a request for all of you, make sure that you refrain from using any kind of emojis or any kind of profanities while using these particular chats, because this is already being tracked, right? So I'm so sorry, that would be covered up by Sharon ma'am. So regarding the do's and don'ts. Now, uh, coming back to your teams, right? Uh, Now, what you're looking at is my screen of Teams, and this is the area where my team is being created, right? Um you would see all the teams that have been situated over here, like your TYBMS Marketing, Finance, HR, SEM5, SEM3, SEM5A Division, SEM2, SEM3 Division B, and so forth. These teams are meant for your information, right? uh, on how exactly the data is being shared into this, like I'll explain to you all. Let me go ahead with logging into SYBMS semester 3 division A 2020-21, right? Now remember, whenever a team is being created, a team is like a classroom, and inside the classroom there would be various subjects, and just like that, in teams is considered as a classroom, and in this classroom you would be having various subjects. Like on the left hand side you would see various subjects that have been given to you all, right? And for those various subjects, these are the channels that have been created. So most of the time, any information regarding your subject that is being posted across would be posted onto this particular page, right? uh, Now, how many of you understood what I just now said, right? If you have understood it, please put in yes in the chat box. Okay. All right, fair enough. A few people have already said yes, so I hope that everyone is understanding. So, like, let's say the subject that I'm going to teach, SYBMS, is Information Technology in Business Management. So, this is the page where I, as a faculty, would be updating all of the information. So, if SYBMS is present over here, you all would be receiving this message. Hi, welcome to SYBMS. Right. Now, this is a common message that has been posted across the channel for all the students who belong to the team of SYBMS SEM 3 Division A. Similarly, on the same line, I can go ahead with adding details of the same thing, right, to my other channels that are available. But as a subject teacher, I am only specifically allowed to add information to those subjects or those channels where I am teaching. So, hi, right? Now, all those students who are there and whom I am going to teach the subject of e-commerce and digital marketing as well as IT in business management, can you all go to your teams and enter into the chat of the channel and information, or basically anything that can be something like hi, welcome, and something like that. So just introduce yourself. Can you all do that? So to do that, you need to go into your team, right? Select my subject, that is IT in business management, right? And where it says start a new conversation, you need to start typing it at the rate and put in my name, right? Okay. And put in the message that you would like to put in. Yes, I'm waiting for all of those people. Yes, I can see it from Mithul Agarwal. Prayasi Choksi has sent a message, right? Simran Alani has, Ashish Chen has sent a message. Right. What about my TYBMS? Are you all able to send me the message? Yes, I can see TYBMS. A few messages have been said. Kashish Mehta has sent me hi, sir. Uh, right. And similarly, I can have a lot of other people who are sending me the messages. Okay. Uh, good. All right. Fair enough. So now I would like to share with you all, just a minute, the syllabus that is meant for our subjects. Okay. Now Kevin is asking, is there a way to have notification regarding all subjects, or we have to go manually through all the teams to update? Yes, Kevin. I'm going to answer this question right now. Guys, see, most of the times you all would be getting a lot of information from your various faculties about your lectures, about your notices, and various other things, right? So in order for you all to be updated about what are the things that are happening, how exactly would you all activate those settings is what we are going to do, right? If everyone is on the same page, please type in yes in your chat box. I hope everyone is understanding what I'm saying. If you are understanding what I'm saying, please type in yes in the chat box. Right. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so now what we all need to do is you all need to get constant updates from your professors regarding anything that has been put up on Microsoft Teams. Now, in order to do that, you all need to go to Teams, right? Now, when you go to Teams, I want everyone to do it along with me. Go to Teams and select your class. It could be TYBMS SEM5 Marketing, TYBMS SEM5 Finance, TYBMS SEM5 HR, or whichever is the class that you're belonging to, go to that particular class, right? Now, just for the sake of understanding, I'm going on TYBMS SEM5 Marketing. Now, uh, in this, you would see the subjects that are available, which have been given to the SEM5 marketing students. You need to activate the notices that come across onto this particular channel. So to do that, you need to go over here and you need to click on the three dots besides each subject. Okay. Now, when you click on the three dots besides each subject, you need to go into channel notifications and click on all activity. Okay. You need to make sure that this particular box is checked, right? If this particular box is checked, henceforth, any kind of information that has been posted onto this particular group as such, as this particular team as such, would be instantly notified to you via your mobile phone, via your laptop, or onto your email address as well, right? So all activities, post, replies, mentions need to be checked. Okay. Similarly, this thing, you need to do it for all the subjects that you have so that you get notification for the same. Right. Now, I'll give you some time to do that. Now, once when you're done with activating all of those notifications, just type in yes, and we can proceed with it. Rahil Doshi is saying, any updates on resetting password problem? I can't access any groups or channels as I can't log in through. Okay, Rahil, the details have been forwarded to the college, and we are waiting for the updates on the same. As soon as we get any updates as such, we will definitely forward the email to you, and accordingly then you would be able to log in. Okay, so can you all go ahead and activate your settings to get notification regarding any posts? And I want everyone to do that. If you are done with doing it, just type in done into the chat box and we will proceed. All right, fair enough. Just give me a minute as such. Uh, just wanted to get a feedback from you all on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being very poor and 5 being very, excellent. How well are you able to hear my voice? All right, so I believe I have a very good bandwidth onto my side, right? A lot of people are saying 5 as such, so good. All right. Do you feel any disturbances that you face, or did you hear any disturbances on your side while I'm talking as such? All right, good. Fair enough. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Give me a minute while I show you all the syllabus.
Sir, Sanjana has a doubt. She's unable to find the Teams panel.
Yes, Sanjana. Where is Sanjana? Sir, I can't find the Teams panel. Sanjana, I can see that you have logged in as guest, and
Yes.
you need to log in using the credentials that have been provided to you. So only when you log in using the credentials, only after that you will get an access to the Teams and the various other chat options that are available. Today, all those people who have logged in as guest is fine, but from Monday onwards, all of this would be monitored, and all of you need to use your credentials only to log in onto Teams. Okay. Otherwise, your attendance would not be recorded, and we don't want to get into that particular trouble on that particular area. So make sure that you log in, henceforth you log in using your credentials that have been provided to you by UPG College. Right. Yes. So coming back to your teams, I hope everyone has activated the channel notifications that you have received on your end. Okay. Uh, Let me quickly go through the syllabus and share with you the copies. So this is for in the meantime, while I am downloading this particular file, if you have any queries, you can post it on the group, I'm sorry, on the chat, and we will take it forward from there. Right. Yes. Now, so far, do you have any? Okay, so Korea is asking, sir, how do I turn the notification on if I'm operating through my mobile phone? That's a good question, Aryan. Aryan, can you just go into your mobile phone? I'll just check it out and tell you. Uh, for those people who are using Microsoft Teams, right, on your mobile phone, you can go into your Teams. On the bottom side you would see there is an icon called Teams. You need to go into that, right? And there are yes, somebody is saying, Isha is saying that there is a bell icon, right? um, Yes, yes, very good. So you need to go into those individual subjects and there is a bell icon. You need to click on the bell icon and you would be able to get all the notifications that are there that would be coming across onto for the subjects. Agam is asking, sir, will a student lose the attendance if he is accidentally logs out due to technical issues? Yeah, regarding attendance as such, let me tell you all, uh, guys, currently we are expecting that everyone is having a good internet connection. And so logging out due to technical issues, we will, it is on to case basis. Now, let me tell you how exactly your attendance is monitored onto the system. All those students who have logged in using your credentials would be able to we would be able to monitor only those students. So all those people who have logged in as guests will not be able to monitor, and hence their attendance would not be considered. So you all need to make sure that you all are logged in as using your credentials only. Right. Now, when you are logging into Microsoft Teams, right, a lot of people think that they can go ahead with, minimizing the window and continue doing the work. Well, that's not acceptable in Microsoft Teams, because the moment that you minimize the Microsoft Teams window, it is being tracked by Microsoft Teams as you have moved out of Microsoft Teams, right? Uh, just to give you an example, right? If you minimize the window, Microsoft Team will identify that you are moved out of the Microsoft Teams window, and it will show you as logged out. So if you are using a laptop, or if you are using a mobile phone, and if your lecture is supposed to be for an hour's time, for that entire period you need to keep the screen on onto your computer screen or onto your mobile phone. You don't need to move from screens to screen just because you can do something else at the same time, right? So if everyone has understood, you can simply type in yes in the chat box. All right, fair enough. So I hope I have made clear about using Microsoft Teams and making sure that you all don't accidentally minimize the window, because that would be, considered as you moving out of the class during the lecture. Right. So coming back to Teams, now uh, I'll explain how exactly we would be sending files across these particular teams, so that you all would be able to get a hang about these. Uh, I'm uploading a class material right now. So you need to go into files, and just give me a minute. So these two are the files that I would like to share. Right. So I click on upload and I click on my desktop. Now this is semester 5. So uh, I'm uploading the file. Right. Now, currently I have uploaded a file for the syllabus onto SEM 5. Right. If you all are able to see that particular file, right, please type in yes into your chat box. This is only meant for the TYBMS, because I'm uploading the syllabus for the TYBMS just for the sake of understanding. Right. Uh, I hope how many of you are able to see it. I would like to know. TYBMS. If you are able to see it, you can simply put in yes in the chat box. Right. And now for SYBMS, this is your SEM 3 syllabus. Right. I hope you all are able to see the syllabus files that have been uploaded. Yeah. So would like to know about how many of you are able to see it. If you all are able to see it, you can simply put in yes into your chat box. Now Moksha is saying, sir, I can't. Moksha, which class do you belong to? SYBMS. Moksha, just make sure that into your SYBMS Division A, the file has been uploaded in general, right? If you are able to see the file, uh, you should be able to see the file into the Teams window. SYBMS Division A. So let me just check. SYBMS Division A. Uh, Under files, you need to go into files, and you should be able to see that particular SEM 3 SEM 4 syllabus that has been uploaded. Yeah, right. So a lot of people are saying yes, they are able to see that particular file. So this particular platform is meant for you all to share the files that would be viewed across onto the channels, right? Yes. Now, there are a whole lot of things that you can do in teams. You can set up your own teams, and you can communicate with each other using this particular platform, right? Uh, Now, any of your assignments that have been put across onto Teams would be visible into this particular section. So like, let's say if I go to e-commerce and digital marketing, right? And let's say here is where your files and your information would be visible. Not this page, the one that was before this. Just give me a minute. So all assignments that you are seeing, all of the assignments. Yes, thank you very much. Please make sure that your microphones are mute when you all join in, because it unnecessarily creates disturbances. Jainam, please switch off your mic. Jainam, thank you very much, Jainam. So you all can see that we can monitor actually who have switched on the mics and who have switched off their mics, right? So please make sure that your mics are switched off during the entire session so that it doesn't create any disturbances, either for you and neither for the other people who are attending the lectures, right? So coming back to your teams, right? Uh, Mostly on the top, you would see all of your assignments that have been put across.
Sir, if
Yeah,
I can interrupt for a
yeah,
minute,
yeah.
I can see
Yes,
some
ma'am.
students are on hold, like
Yeah.
Sana and Shrey.
Yeah,
So,
mostly they will be, once when they enter their details, they would be able to join in immediately.
no,
Uh,
they're showing on hold, as in they've entered the meeting, but I think
uh-huh,
they've probably switched their screens or something like that. So I
uh,
just want the students to know, guys, if you all do anything of that sort, please understand you all will
yes,
be marked absent for the lecture. Okay?
yeah,
We can monitor all of this. At the moment in my screen, I can see Sana and Shrey are appearing as on hold. So if you're not active, if I see that you all are on hold, you all will be marked absent in your lectures. All right?
yes. I hope everyone is clear about this particular fact, that even if you all put it yourself on hold as such, that would automatically be recorded by the system, right? Just for your information about how exactly we can monitor your attendance, we have here on the right hand side, we have, as an organizer, we have the option of downloading your attendance list, which gives us a brief detail about for how long you were logged in into the system, for how long you were on the system, where did you switch off the screen, did you were doing something else. All of those things can be monitored directly onto via Microsoft Teams, right? So I don't want to go into the hassle of showing you all the list as such, but if you all understand what I'm saying, right, please type in yes, yes into the chat. Sir, I have not been added to the elective team. Virali Shah. Virali, sir, even I cannot find the files. For all those people who cannot find the files, right, make sure that you all put in check it into the files tab, into that particular Teams option, right? There you will be able to see the files for the respective subjects, right? Now, sir, you have uploaded the file for finance. Yes, I have uploaded the file for finance also. You need to go into the files option and you would be able to see the syllabus file into that particular section. Okay. It seems that everyone is able to understand what I am saying. Virali is saying that, sir, I have not been added to the team of elective. Virali, can you tell me which particular electives do you belong to? Virali? Virali? Finance. Just a minute, huh, Virali?
Sir, I'm
Uh,
checking her name. I'm checking her name in the finance stream. I'm just checking it out in the elective subject. I'll
yes,
just
yes,
let
ma'am.
her know.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone else, any other finance student whose names they feel has not been added in the finance elective? Just message over here. So I'll just check it up and then we'll send a mail in that case.
Yeah. Khushi Shah says, even I can't find files. Okay, so guys, you need to go into Teams, right? Currently, I hope everyone is able to see my screen. You need to go in TYBMS. Like, let's say I'm going into TYBMS. Here in general, under files, I have put it for everyone together. So in that, here you would be able to see the file that has been uploaded. That is 325 underscore download sem56.pdf. So this is a PDF file for the syllabus copy that has been uploaded. I hope everyone is able to see it. You just need to get a hang around of the of the software, and you'll be able to see the file. Okay. Uh, you can go back into the Teams option and check the files as per your convenience. So let's move on right now. I hope I am I going too fast? I hope everyone is able to understand these simple things that need to be done. If I am not going too fast, right, I will like to move on to the next part, that is your assignments. Now, most of the times that you would be getting your assignments via the screens, right, that is visible onto your Teams window. Naman is saying haven't been added to the finance elective. So Naman and
See, I can see Naman in the finance elective. Naman, I can see your name in the finance elective.
Naman Joshi.
Naman Joshi, no. Naman Pachisia, I can see.
No, it's Naman Joshi.
Okay, Naman Joshi from TY. Okay. So,
Yeah.
guys, if y'all feel y'all have not been added in the finance elective, so who should they mail? Shruti?
No, you need to send an email to me, guys. All of the CRs of both SY and TY, right? Anyone who is facing an issue, like if you're having a password issue, or if you feel that you have not been added into those particular electives, right? I want you to send these details to your CR so that the CR can forward me a collective Word file of your details so that I can take the required action, right? So please do that to the earliest. Okay. Now, one of the most important things that you all need to understand is your calendar, right? Your calendar is visible on the left hand side, right? This calendar is currently seems to be a little empty for now, but henceforth, whatever are the lectures being scheduled, and henceforth in the future, whenever the lectures would be scheduled, all of the schedule for your lectures for your individuals would be seen into this particular window, right? So you guys don't need to personally look into your PDF file of your timetable just to check whether what time is your lecture supposed to be. Automatically you would get an update onto your mobile phone that your lecture is about to begin. You just need to hit the join button, and you would be able to join your lecture, right? Make sure that you all follow this particular practice so that you all would be able to we will be able to monitor your attendance properly, and from time to time you all would be able to get the hang about this particular other things as well that you can do. All right. All have an option of EduClass notebook. Now what is EduClass notebook is that, if you go into this particular notebook, you can use this notebook as just a minute. I believe I'm facing an issue with bad quality. uh, just a minute, I'm facing an issue with internet. Yeah, can you all hear me? Can you all hear me good? Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot. What I'm saying is
Sir,
that there is an
sorry
option.
to interrupt. Shall
Yeah,
I
yeah,
add one more thing, sir? In
yeah.
case if students are accessing their material from the cell phone, they
Hmm.
might find it difficulty accessing their files.
Yes, there could be a difficulty in accessing the files because most of the times that you won't be having the desired software installed onto your mobile phone for viewing the files. That could be one problem, and the other problem is that you might not be able to download it as well. So it is highly suggested that you use a proper laptop, a Windows-based laptop, to access Microsoft Teams, and it will all be just fine. Okay. Sir, in the mobile, there is no option for EduClass notebook. Yeah. To do that, you need to go into your apps and you need to add that particular notebook into your Microsoft Teams. Now, if you on the left hand side, there is an apps button. You can go into that apps button. Okay. And into that apps button, you can go into education, right? In education you have a whole lot of things that you can add to your particular Microsoft Teams account, right? These are all free softwares, right? Most of the popular apps that are available are something which have been shown over here. All I can suggest you is you can go to OneNote and add OneNote uh, to your particular Teams account. So how is this particular OneNote helpful? I'll explain it to you all. Henceforth, like let's say if the lectures are happening and you want to immediately make a note of something, you don't need to use a textbook, right, to make notes. All of your notes can be directly saved onto OneNote as a personal reminder, right? So like let's say you can see this particular OneNote sum that I had tried to create using a stylus. Just like that, you can create your own notes. Now to do that, uh, how exactly to install OneNote? Can you all hear me? If you all can hear me, if you all are following me, just put in yes into the chat box. Yes, right. Good, fair enough. So I will explain to you all how exactly can you go ahead with adding, your adding OneNote, right? If can you all click on the three dots that I have clicked on just now onto the screen? Mostly, if you click onto these three dots, you will by default check OneNote is available into your particular screen. If it is not available at the point, then in that case, you can go into apps and install that OneNote directly, right? So to do that, you just need to click on search all and type in OneNote, right? And you would see the first link. You click on this. Here you would have an option to install Teams, right? You can click on add to Teams and you would have your OneNote available directly on Microsoft Teams, right? If you all are already able to see OneNote, right, just put in yes in the chat box and we can proceed. Or if you are done with adding OneNote into the chat, into your Microsoft Teams, put in yes and we will proceed. Okay, fair enough. So let me explain to you all on how exactly would you all be using OneNote. OneNote is a very effective software which can help you to record all the notes that you might require or you might use it in further cases uh, during the lectures or maybe later on, right? Uh, Now, how exactly do we do that? I will explain that to you, right? Just give me a minute. Mm, Now, we go into OneNote, right? And we open up the screen, right? I want everyone to follow the same instructions into your options. Go into OneNote and open up your screen. Now, it might take some time for you all to load OneNote based on your internet connection, right? But it's fine. So what would happen is that now that you have opened up OneNote, mostly the lectures that would be happening would be visible on the bottom right hand side of your screen, and you will have an entire computer that is available for you, which you can use it as per your discretion, right? So like you can go ahead with typing something like I'll just quickly delete all of these things which are not really required. uh, like let's say today's lecture that we are talking about is introduction to let's say introduction to IT in business management. Introduction, right? So, IT in business management, right? Now here we can go ahead with adding our personal notes that are required for the lecture. See, if you all would see that currently it is showing me the date on which it was created. If you all want to create a new file, you can go into home, right? And you can click on add a new section to it. So basically this notebook is acting like pages. So if you want to put in more notes, you can put in more notes over here, right? And you can add in details, something like today's session, right? We learned how to use MS Teams, right? Something like just a note that was required for you all to be put in, right? You can go ahead with adding various details that you want. If you are very okay with using the option of dictation, right? You have this particular mic over here which will dictate, and that would go ahead with writing down the details for you. For example, if I click in, right, if I click on this mic, right, and let me just see if it kicks in. Allow just a minute. uh, Seems to be some sort of a problem. I'm not able to dictate, but if you click on this particular mic as an option, it will start to dictate and it will start typing it for you. So this is basically your this is basically your notes. You can go ahead with adding details over here, and if you want to create subject wise notebooks as well, you can go ahead with creating that into this particular option. I want you all to go ahead with personally finding out browsing through these options. Like if you click over here, you have new section, right? Right, you can click on new page, right? And you can start typing it. Well, it was lecture 1, right? What was being taught in lecture 1. So if you all see that today's lecture, the date has been noted and the time has been noted, you can go ahead with adding all the details that are there being discussed during the lecture, just as a remembrance for you about what has happened so far, right? So just like this, you can go ahead with adding more notebooks. If you want to add a new page to your lecture, you can put in lecture 2, right? Similarly, you can go ahead with adding all of these. If you want to put in new sections, right, you can go ahead with adding a new section. Maybe subject wise you can put in something like e-commerce and digital marketing. So you all see I have created a new subject of e-commerce and digital marketing, and this is my lecture 1. So in lecture 1, there were some things that were being discussed. I can make a note of this. Points to be noted, right? Something like assignments will be online, So henceforth, if I go through ECDM, I would be able to recollect what exactly are the things that have been done so far. Right. Uh, I hope everyone is understanding what's happening. So if you all are understanding what's happening, just simply type in yes in the chat. All right. So this is a very effective software, uh, Microsoft Note, which should help you to create a digital note, and you can browse through the notes and make copies of whatever is the information that is being shared to you by your respective faculties. You can put you can record that onto Microsoft Note in the form of an audio clip, into a form of a video clip, into a form of textual content. If any pictures that you have, you can copy paste them and put them into those particular notes, so that if later on, if you all need, you can recollect them. Apart from that, there are a few other apps, right? There is an entire list of apps that you can search through. You can go into all of these various options that are available that you can look for. And like, let's say, if you all are basically very fond of this website called as Wikipedia, right? So if you all need that you need a reference for these information as such, right? You can simply add this option of Wikipedia search, and let's say put in corona, corona, corona virus, right? One of the most happening topics, right? So mm, let's say this is a Wikipedia search, which can directly give us the details about what exactly was the coronavirus via Wikipedia. So, these kind of tools are available on Microsoft Teams. You can go through these tools, check whether which of the tools are helpful to you, whether they are useful to you. You can look into them and accordingly add them. But I would request you all to make sure that you all add uh, the original tool, that is Microsoft Notes, right? Sharon ma'am is on right now. Sharon ma'am,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sharon ma'am, would you like to take over now?
Yeah, yeah, I'll take over. I'll just
Yeah,
share my screen.
yeah. I'll stop sharing my screen now.
Okay.
Guys, if you have any questions, right, I want you all to post it onto the chat. If you have anything else that you would like to know, you can put it on the chat. All right. So Sharon ma'am, please take over. I'll stop sharing my screen now.
Is my screen visible? I've shared it.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me just first stop sharing my screen. Uh, I guess it's taking some time to.
Is it visible? Is it visible, sir? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Sharon
Guys.
ma'am, we are
Yeah.
able
Yeah.
to see your screen.
Okay. Okay. So everyone, I'll just be going through some do's and don'ts very briefly, okay? So that you all know how to approach this new semester on an online platform. As your lectures are starting from Monday, you all should know that there is some very basic etiquette and discipline that is expected from you all right? So, like a normal classroom, which you have, where you have your regular lectures, there are certain things that are expected of you all. Firstly, you all are expected to be in the class on time, all right. Same in the same manner, you all have to log in on time when the session takes place. You cannot be late for the session. You cannot log in 10, 15, 20 minutes after the session. Here, you do not even have the excuse of traveling or commuting. So, you need to be present in the class on time at the schedule at the time that is given. All right. Another important thing, like in the classroom, you all are expected to maintain discipline. So here also you need to keep your microphones on mute. Like in your regular classroom, when you have a doubt, you raise your hand. Here also you have an option to raise your hand. So when you raise your hand, the concerned faculty may ask you to unmute yourself and you could ask a question. Or you could also raise a question on the chat box. All right. Additionally, your video also needs to be turned off, because if you keep your video on, it takes up a lot of bandwidth and it slows down the entire session. So the video needs to be turned off unless and until your teacher asks you to switch it on. All right. So these are certain do's that you need to keep in mind when you start your lectures on Monday. There are certain don'ts as well. Sir has already told you all that if you minimize your lecture window, you all will appear logged out. We have an entire PDF or an Excel file which we can download later at the end of the lecture, which shows us who joined in at what time and logged in at logged out at what time. And this is into minutes and seconds. So every time you minimize your lecture window, you will be seen as logged out. So please remember this as well. If you're doing any sort of multitasking, please do not do it when the lecture is ongoing. At any point of time, your faculty may also ask you to switch on your video. So if you're not present at that time, again, you may be counted absent. So there can be random checks like this. So please do not take this lightly. Think of this as a proper lecture where you're supposed to concentrate, pay attention, and be present at least the stipulated duration of the lecture. Okay. Another important thing is chatting on the chat box. Like we saw yesterday, I know a lot of you all met each other after a very long time, got an opportunity to chat like this in the class together, and you all were quite excited and exuberant. But this is not something that can continue from Monday onwards. Okay, the chat box is only for subject related matters, to discuss something with the teacher, not for one on one chatting. All right. So please keep that in mind. Please remember that everything that you chat, everything that you post is being recorded. Even the lectures are being recorded. So your behavior, any sort of transgression or indiscipline on your part is something which is going to be recorded and action can be taken against you all. Please understand your internal marks are extremely important as compared to other semesters before. It is very, very important now for you all to ensure that you will score well in your internals, and discipline, attendance, class participation are all impact your internal marks. So you need to keep that in mind and please adapt yourself to this new platform. All right. There are also certain limitations which we need to keep in mind, both from our side as well as your side. The most important limitation is connectivity issues. There may be times when we as faculty will be facing it. There may be times when you face it. So we both need to be aware of that. And, at such instances, probably, understand and adapt accordingly. There may be concerns with video and audio lag as well. So that also needs to be taken into account. Sometimes maybe as a student, you are presenting. So in that case, also, the video and audio may lag. It is expected, of course, that everyone has a good network connection. So these issues should not happen frequently. But yes, there may be times when, it happens from our end as well. So these are concerns that, all of us need to keep in mind. And of course, you may have some issues with navigating Teams. So that is also something that you do take into account. Okay, I'm constantly seeing certain students sending me a request for control. Guys, this is my presentation. As a faculty, we're not supposed to give you control. So please do not keep requesting control for the presentation. All right. I can see Pratham and Umang Kadmawala. Guys, y'all are not supposed to ask for control. All right. So this is it. These are the major do's and don'ts that I think y'all should abide by. All right. That is it. Yeah. Sir.
Guys, remember this. One thing that I would like to put forth to everyone. If you are requesting for a control, it might be considered as you are trying to tamper with the presentation, right? So it is requested that you all don't seek the control of the particular presentation that is happening, right? If you have any
Kevin
queries
is
as
raising his
such,
hand.
yeah. So be nice students, and if you have any queries as such, raise your hands and we would be there to answer your queries. Like Kevin has a question, so Kevin, you can unmute yourself and ask the question directly.
So, sir, if for the desktop layout, like if we on the software and if we minimize it to, shuffle through OneNote, Teams assignment, so it won't be considered as logged out, right?
No. Yeah, that part won't be considered, right? But if you, let's say, if you minimize the Microsoft Teams window, and on your Google Chrome you start opening YouTube browser and all of those things,
Okay.
then that would be considered as logged out.
All right. All right.
Because what happens is that currently if you are looking into the screen, even if I go into, let's say, OneNote right now, right, at the bottom right hand side the video is still on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the reason why it won't be considered as you logging out.
Okay.
All right. And also one more thing is, as Mayur sir has suggested, please avoid unnecessary chats and expressing your emotions through these chat boxes, right? Through emojis as such. This is not your social media platform. Please behave yourself onto these, right? Don't get into unnecessary trouble as such. Sharon ma'am, does anyone have any more questions? Guys, if you have any more questions, please raise your hand and unmute yourself and you can ask the question. We are open for discussion. Yes, guys, if you have any questions, please raise your hands and ask questions, and we are open for discussion. I would expect you all to make sure to change your profile photographs so that we come to know exactly whom we are talking to, right? It shouldn't be that we are not aware about the student just by looking into the name. Yes, Umang. Umang, please unmute yourself and ask the question. Yes, Umang. Umang had a question, but I guess he raised his hand, but he's no longer asking the question. If you are shy to ask questions as such, you can put in Bansi is asking where can we see our electives team. Bansi, on the left hand side you need to click on Teams. In Teams, whatever is the elective that you have selected, right? If you have taken marketing, finance or HR, so you can see the electives over here, right? Now Bansi, which year do you belong to, Bansi? No, while using Microsoft OneNote, you will not be considered as logged out. Moksha, when you will be using Microsoft OneNote, you will not be considered as logged out unless you are just using it from the same window, right? Bansi is from SYBMS. Okay, Bansi, you will need to wait for some time because your electives have not yet been created for second year, whereas the electives for the third years have been created. The once when the teams for SYBMS would be created, you would be added to that particular team and you will be able to view that. Yes.
Sir, there is one
Yeah.
point that I wanted to make.
Yes.
Everyone, please remember that you're supposed to keep your name as the one which has been given to you by the college, which you've input in the college records. You cannot use names like Majnu Bhai and all of those things. Please remember, all of this is being logged. It is going to go into your attendance records. If you use any other name or you try to edit your name and try to put anything else, please consider your attendance lost for that lecture. All right?
Please make sure that guys, even though we are going to be meeting each other on the virtual chat rooms, still the rules and regulations are still going to apply the same as they were before for your attendance. So guys, make sure that you all use this to the fullest, right? uh, Mayur sir, if there is anything else that needs to be covered, or should we call it off for the day then?
Just sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to
Yeah,
kind of intervene.
yeah, yes.
Any frivolous or any mischievous kind of behavior exhibited on the online platform will result in the rustigation of the student, or uh, the college will ask the student to cancel their admission.
Yeah, guys, this has all been recorded, so please make sure that you all don't do any kind of mischiefs. For your information, once when we log out, your entire session of this particular this lecture that has happened would be available into your chat screen. So you all will come to know about how exactly you would be able to monitor everything that's happening into this virtual class. Yash is asking how to submit the assignments and where. Yash, regarding the assignments that need to be submitted, you need to go. Yash, which class do you belong to? Yash Shah, 62. Which class do you belong to? Sir, SYBMS. Okay. And another Janvi Doshi is asking, sir, can you again explain the notification part which explained at the start? Okay, Janvi, I'll come back to you. Before that, Yash, you need to go into Teams, right? Wait a minute. I'll share you my screen right now. Uh, just give me a minute. Can you all see my screen right now? Can you all see my screen? So yes, you need to go into Microsoft Teams, and if which class you said you belonged to? Now you'll have to be patient because whenever you're working on Microsoft Teams, it might be a little slow. So you'll have to give it some time for it to load, right? So SYBMSB. So yes, you need to go into Microsoft Teams, and here you would see SYBMS SEM 3 Division B. This is the page where you would be seeing your class activities. Most of the times for the subject assignments that would be put up, it would be put up directly into your posts that would be available, right? So here the assignments would directly come. Just for the understanding, all of those assignments would be visible over here. Currently I have not set up any assignment, so currently you won't be able to see it. But for TYBMS HR, there is one particular assignment that has been set up just as a demonstration, right? Do you see an assignment that has been listed over here? This is a kind of way that you would be able to view your assignment. So if you click on view assignment, it will open up the assignment tab for those students, and in that you would be able to see the file for which you would need to complete the assignment. It might take some time to load, but you'll have to be patient. Now these are the students for whom the assignment has been suggested. We would be able to find out who has looked into the assignment, who has not turned in the assignment as such, right? All of those details can be monitored. And from your students view perspective, when you click on the assignment, you would be able to view the case study or the assignment that has been given. This is purely from an explanation point of view about how exactly you can view the assignment. But once when the assignment is being posted by your respective faculties, you all would come to know immediately, and the respective faculty would show it to you on how to log to your assignments. So yes, I hope I have made myself clear. If yes, okay. Now regarding there was a question that was raised by who was this? You wanted to know about the notification. Somebody had raised a question on notification, right? So to activate the notification, you need to go into Teams. Whichever is the class that you belong to, you need to go to that. If you're on a laptop, you need to click on the more option and click on channel notification and click on all activities, and that would give you the details about the activities that are happening. Excuse me. Now for those students who are using your mobile phones, you need to go into Teams. Go into Teams. There you would see your subject. You need to click on the subject, and on the top you would see a bell icon. You need to click on the bell icon to activate. So I hope that's clear. On mobile, Janvi, you need to go on mobile. You need to click on the subject and click on the bell icon, and that would activate. Thanks, Neil. and that would activate the notification that you would receive for the subject. Right, Janvi? So, do you have any more questions regarding this? Okay, so I hope everyone is clear about how Teams can be used. I want you all to make sure that you can use the Teams to the fullest. I'm dropping my email address into the chat box. I'm so sorry. Can you explain the attendance policy in detail? See, Akshat, currently the attendance policy is as per the attendance committee, whatever they decide. What we are just saying right now is that we would be using this particular system to track the attendance, right? So, your job is just to make sure that you come for the lecture online and sit for the lecture. That's it, right? Nothing else. You don't need to worry about anything else. Just make sure that you attend the lecture. That's it. The policy and all of those things in detail would be explained to you by the attendance committee. Right. So don't worry about it as of right now. We all are in a pandemic situation which is engulfed the entire world, and don't worry, we all would be taken good care of. Right. You don't need to worry about anything as such. Just enjoy the lectures that would be happening from Monday onwards. Okay. Yes. So Sharon ma'am, would you like to close the session?
Yeah, all the best, everyone, for your new academic session, which is starting from Monday. I hope you all enjoy this platform, and I hope we're able to deliver you the same quality of learning that we were able to do before. All right, so that is it. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. You can
Abhi,
all hang up.
sir,
Yeah, Naresh
yeah,
sir.
there were some questions with respect to students accessing this session through the mobile.
Yeah.
So
So for the
many of the functionalities which are there are probably not accessible through cell phone. So
yeah.
really a request from our faculty side that please access this session through a proper desktop or a laptop.
Yes, yes. What Naresh sir is saying is precise, and this is what we all want you all to do. Make sure that you all, access your Microsoft Teams through a laptop. I would suggest you all to use a latest Microsoft Windows 10 because that is more compatible with Microsoft Teams. Make sure that your desktop is well, having a webcam as well as a good audio card as well as a speaker, right? So that whatever the lectures that are happening, you all would be able to hear it good enough. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you very much for listening to us patiently. Right. Tomorrow's session would be taken by Lokesh sir, Naresh sir, and Shriram sir, and your regular lectures will be starting very soon. So that would be updated to you by Mayur sir himself personally. Right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day. You all can click on the hang up button to log out of the session.